All right, if you were wondering if this was a like serious YouTube channel, it took me 20 minutes to set up this camera. It's like a shitty webcam, but like set up this screen and this camera and everything. So I'm a little pissed off, but yeah, we're gonna get into it. If you're just tuning into the three video, or this would be four. If you're tuning into the fourth video, I'm doing a challenge where I am taking brand new. They're called prop firm accounts. They give you funding, teaching people how to gain leverage in trading so that they don't have to blow up their net worth to become a trader. Now, how these work is you take like one of these accounts. I don't know if I should be showing the number. I don't really think it cares, the account number. Yeah, I don't really care either. But take these and you pass phase one, and then you pass phase two, and then you get paid. It's not that simple, but watch the last videos. I break down like what accounts to buy, blah, blah, blah. So where we stand as of today, this is week 2 or 3. Made a video recapping the week before last week. I've been all over the place, but I'm back at my main setup. We are on step 2 of this account, these 2 funding pip accounts, and then on the E8 account, which is another one of these like firms. These are like, I think, in my opinion, the 2 best prop firms that you can use. These are the metrics here. So maybe I am just shit at trading because it's been 6 trading days and not in profit, but that's just how it works. It's just this is real trading. So last week I went through how I made, if you saw that clickbait title, how I made, well, it wasn't clickbait. I actually did make 11, 12, whatever on these accounts. Now, this last week, it was kind of difficult. I know a lot of people that like got wrecked last week. I ended up, as you can see, this is pretty much break even on both or all 3 of the accounts. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show the trades I took, and then I'm going to show how I plan on making a fuck ton of money this week. This week's actually looking pretty good. So, all right. So last week, I don't know what the fuck that's there. All right. Last week, the trade that I lost on twice, which is bullshit, because if you can see here, I was trying to short this brick wall. I think I've been posting this video or this pair for like 3 weeks, and I was trying to short this like heavily like supply wall. And what that means is just what it looks like. Price can't get through this fucking line that I drew. So I took a trade. My first one was around here. I don't honestly, I don't know. Use your imagination. This isn't like I said, like a serious YouTube channel. But like I said, the first one was something like this. I got wigged out, and then I jumped back in when it broke below. Was it this? Might have been this, where it closed below right here, and then I got like right here, which is honestly a shit trade. This is bad. This was kind of tilt, but I didn't over leverage, so it was fine. Yeah, I think I got back in there, and then I got wicked out again, and as you can see, went down. That's how this shit goes. So I lost I'm risking the same on every single. Okay, actually no, I'm not. I lied. Step 2, I'm only risking $1,000 per trade. So I lost $2,000 on. It was like 2.5 on the step 2 accounts, and then the step 1, I'm risking $2,000 per trade. So I'm down 4. Well, not now, but I'm down. I was down $4,000 on the E8 account, and I was down 2,500 on the new 2-step accounts. So that was like Tuesday. I lost these. I took like a couple day break, try to clear my head, because when you re-enter a trade, I know I literally said in my last video, don't re-enter a trade. When you do that, only way you can justify it is not by over leveraging. So if you over leverage and you get back into a trade, I've been there, but that's like 10 times worse than trying to short a wall like this. But that's what happened. So it was like Thursday, Friday, and then I took this right here. So it ended up being like Thursday or Friday. I took it on Thursday, I'm pretty sure. No, I took it on Friday. So I posted all this in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord, If you're not in the Discord, everything gets posted in there. That's why I didn't post this whole week, because it's all in the Discord. It's just so much easier. Instead of like making YouTube videos, but I committed, so I'm going to fucking make them. So I caught this right here. Don't even call this a fair value gap. I don't like, this is just, I've been using this forever. So, cause I don't like ICT words. It's like swear words, but this is what I caught. It follows my strategy and it worked. Now, that I don't really hold trades on the weekend. So I just got out of it. So that brought me to break even on all of the accounts. So step 2 and the step 1 and the E8 are break even. And I'm fine with that, because that last week was a hard trading week. I know so many people that lost their ass last week. So this week, which is probably the part that every dopamine filled kid watching this wants to know, is what am I taking this week, right? So all of the ones in red on the side here are ones that I am looking actively to take and I think are shaping up already. And the blue ones are, I'm waiting for a lot of things to happen, but they still look good. So we have 6 pairs and we're going to digest them here. First one is the one I got break even out on last week. So what I'm looking to happen here is price to compress. If it maybe it'll just keep going up. I should have held it, but I'm looking for something like this. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe not that long. Maybe if it breaks under this, to be honest, like this is going to be like a game time decision. But if it does something like this, I might re-enter it. Or if it is chopping around in there and I don't really like it, I might wait for it to compress and get to the end of this like squeeze. There's that as a trade. I like just the sentiment. If you look, it looks choppy as fuck, but like I like the walls that are here. I like the zones. In my opinion, it looks like clean price action, and that's sometimes all you need when you've been trading for a while is just like your intuition. So there's that. Euro GBP. We have I lose this brush tool every time I make one of these, so I'm going to use this. We have this. We have this. What do we have here? Okay. This is a counter trend trade. But if you understand my strategy, you would know that I'm going to look for something like that. Not hard. Counter trend trade. We're shorting it up in this supply range, but head and shoulders. All right, I guess my Walmart mic, I guess it's on me, but like the audio cut out, so I got to refilm this. Yay. So where did I leave off? Okay, so head and shoulders. We have the head and shoulders pattern up in this. You can't even really call this a supply zone because it's really not. It's just like a wick and then like a bunch of like candles up here. I wouldn't really call that a supply zone, but hopefully we get a breakdown from here. Now our confirmation is, look at this. I got fancy for the videos. This cost me hella money, but MSS stands for market structure shift. If we get an engulfing below this general area and then we break down and then we close below all this fluff and then we push back up, that would be my entry, because this would be the break structure. And then you execute on a smaller time frame break structure on, like I said, like a 30-minute or an hour time frame. So this could take a while to play out, but I like the fact that's how I decided my bias on this euro pair as well. Because this, when it gets compressed, it can really like break out either down or up. So that's how I made my bias of my bearish bias for this pair. I just kind of stole it off of this one. So waiting for both of these. I want both of these to go down. And when they do, hopefully I can get a execution. This one, I gotta like look down and make sure that this mic's on every 2 seconds. But so what we have here, let's go to the weekly. Weekly, oh, I remember talking about this because I just did it. Weekly, we have a engulfing, like this was an engulfing, but it wasn't really through anything. And then I'm pretty sure I talked about this like 2 videos ago, like when I was in a different place, like physically. I'm not going through anything, but when you have like an engulfing like this, it's like cool, but we want to see like confirmation, and that's exactly what we got last week. So this week, what I'm looking for is I like this, like accumulation down here. It's not really that accumulation; it's kind of just low volume, like bullshit. But we got this, and it kind of springed off of it. Now we're going to look for a lower high. We're not long in this, by the way. Look for a lower high here to push back up into this general range. It could stop here, and it could stop here. So this like here is where I'm really looking compared to like this is like more of the macro. So this, when we push back up into here, we're going to look for the same thing. We're going to look for it to push and then break structure and then get an hourly break structure and an entry. Follows this is honestly one of the cleaner ones. This is probably my favorite one to take. I really like the weekly. And it's not rocket science. It's just breaking retests of areas that are obviously not respected or not respected anymore. This is like pretty respected if we look at the weekly. So yeah, and that gives me more confirmation. So looking for that, and we're going to go to the next one. Okay, this one I actually caught in the challenge on all the accounts. I caught a win. This was, and by the way, I'm posting all these in Discord. So I don't even know if I went over this. Maybe I did in like a trade like foreshadowing video, which is kind of like what this is. But yeah, I caught this. It was pretty much just an engulfing and then this fair value gap. Caught this all the way up. It's just like follows my strategy. Good. I don't know. Sometimes I think I said this in the beginning of this video, but sometimes you just have market tuition. But this is also like heavily respected area of demand. And then we got our break structures. So weekly, what I'm looking for is, this is like obviously like very heavy, like there's a wall down here, but it's hard to like even dissect that on the weekly. So what I said in my Discord was, after I caught this, I'm looking for something like this, right? So I caught this from here. I put my stops below here, and then I caught it all the way up there. And I was like, okay, if we start getting a pattern like this where we break down a little bit and we retest this area right here. If we retest that, I'm interested in longing it again. We didn't really get that, but that's good for this week because we're going to have to retest this at some point, is my theory. Like we're going to have to come back down and retest this area of liquidity like at some point. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to break down, give us a pattern like this, stop, and then I would put my entry right here. And all this takes is patience. Like, so all we're looking for here is patience. We're looking for it to retest just a lower high area that it already broke through. And I like this candle as well. It's kind of like we're retesting like a fair value gap, but like that's not really how those work. But I like this candle. I like getting in like somewhere in the middle of this candle, and also at this area. So that's how I'm looking for this to play out. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, something. I think I talked about this. Like, I don't like giving out like entries on these videos just because, like, I don't know, SEC. I think they like me, so I don't want to be risking people's money, or I don't want people to like, you know what I mean. I don't. It's not financial advice. So this is. I'd be looking for something like this. This is kind of just like thrown together, but something like this. I don't know. You can figure it out when we get there. You can also join the Discord. You'll get like a lot more hints on what I'm entering. So that's it for the ones that are like immediate and that I really like for this week. Now the blue ones, I don't know if I talked about this, but the blue ones are the ones that are I need something more to play out for them. Like they need a lot of work. It's like someone in drug. All right, I can't make those jokes. That might get clipped out. But now, if you look at this one, it doesn't really look like it needs work. And this is one of those ones that, like I said, like market tuition as a trader, you just like develop something at some point where you're just like, okay, I've seen this before. Now this looks like one of the ones I was showing above on the weekly, where it's like, okay, we broke through, we have an engulfing below an area that was respected, but I don't know, it just looks sketch. Like if we get something like this and we push back in, I don't think I'm taking this. Like that's how this is set up, but I honestly don't think I'm getting in this. I don't know why. It just looks like it's selling drugs behind a dumpster. I can't put my finger on it, but it looks sketchy. This is going to be like a game time decision, but it follows everything pretty well. This wall, and maybe it's just like the fact that I got toasted on this like last week. But yeah, it follows my strategy, but it's going to be, like I said, a game time decision. I don't really know if I'm going to take it or not. This one is okay. It actually moved from, because I already filmed this, I guess, 15 minutes ago. So what I was saying on this is we have another head and shoulders pattern. That's a head and shoulders. I don't care what you say. We have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and a support and resistance flip on the daily or like the weekly or like the 4 hour. It's really on all of them. So this Picasso drawing that I have here pretty much means that we close below this hourly sweep, but I don't trust it. I don't. So what I want to look for here is I want to look for it to close on the daily. I want this daily to close like it looks perfect right now. But I'm going to wait for the next, what is that? 7 hours, 6. I'm not saying 6, 7. 6 hours. I want to see it close in between this range. And then what I want to look for is it to shift below the market structure shift, which is this. Or actually, it's like here. So like close below here. I got to change this now. It looks something like this. So this is the shift. This is where I would look for the entry. Actually, the shift is like inside here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It's all following my strategy. And if you're watched the last couple of videos, you understand. Like I talked about like the pillars that I use. It's just market structure. So that's what I'm looking for. Keep it simple. If you're trading this week, have patience because a lot of these are going to require patience. Look for your entries. Look out for news. Don't over leverage. And hopefully the mic's still on. Hopefully next video it is I made X amount of dollars, and hopefully we can pass these accounts, get the payout. When I get the payout, the challenge is complete, and I'm going to go on a different arc.